Welcome back to Sunday Best on KTN Home and BTV. A very heated conversation, a good conversation. Purpose in marriage. We have spoken a lot of things about marriage, but sometimes we fail to ask ourselves that question: what is this marriage meant for? What is the purpose in this marriage? And so we have three amazing people of God. We have Pastor Anthony, together with the wife, Teresa, and you also have Kinyash,
Yes.
Willie Kinyash, who is a relationship mentor as well as counselor, talking about just purpose in marriage. Let's come to the lady, Teresa.
Yes.
People get married for many different reasons. What are some of the reasons that are actually the wrong ones why we get into the institution of marriage?
There are so many, but first I would want to say purpose of marriage
Yes.
doesn't change. But purpose in marriage changes
Okay.
depending on the reasons as to why you got married. So the reasons, there are some cultures and some tribes where they choose a husband for a lady. So if a husband is chosen for you, you get married. There are other cultures also where there is that agreement between
The
family friends.
Yes.
Maybe family are friends, and you want my daughter to be married by your son. So there is that arrangement. So some are married because of the arrangement of the family. Others, they just get married because somebody has money and they want to be be called by that person.
Maybe,
Others
yes.
get married because of every wrong reason. You want just to have a husband. Maybe
Yeah.
you are competing with a person. I've seen many ladies, if they have a guy they are looking at, so they'll try and compete and see which lady will be able to win over the guy. You see? So
competition.
It's a competition thing. So there are so many reasons that the ladies look out for, and which are very wrong. Some
Yeah.
even nowadays look for handsomeness, the tallness of a guy, how
Dark,
handsome they are.
tall, dark,
you know.
handsome.
Yeah.
Minimum,
Yes.
Nisulima, six pack.
Yes, so those reasons, they are the reasons why you're getting into marriage. Now, that's why we are having nowadays so many broken marriages. Because the reasons were wrong.
They are not right.
Yes.
And we'll talk about the right reasons in just a bit.
Yeah.
Kuwa tayari.
Yeah.
Kabla ya pale.
Yes.
There's also one that is very rampant,
Yeah.
where we met, we got into a sexual relationship,
Yeah.
you got pregnant, and your parents told you, sasa unajua huku kwetu huwezi wachia mama yako watoto. So you get married because of an incident that happened. So ideally, there was nothing holding before you got there.
Yeah.
And many others. Mchungaji,
Yes, sir.
you can add if you have, but you
Yeah.
can also tell us the right ones.
Yeah, I will begin from where she stopped. And as she was answering that question about the handsomeness, about the tallness, I heard Willie saying Nisuli, Nisuli. And I was just asking myself, how was Adam created? How was his physique?
Where?
We are not told.
We don't have an
Even
account.
we don't have an account. But
Yes.
we are told he was a man and this was a woman.
Hey.
So meaning it's a matter of a man and a woman coming together.
Yes.
Not all these other things that people
Physical.
are looking, the physical.
Yes.
Because any man, however short, tall, dark, whatever,
Yes.
you will function as a man. Any man is a man.
That's true.
Very true.
That's the basis.
So I think once you get a man and you have the right purpose, I like what she said, because we have had some issues in the church, and also we have counseled many who, as you have said, they got children by that act, and they were forced into that marriage. And it's not like the lady wanted, and it's not like the man wanted,
Right.
but they wanted to cover some shame. And if that understanding is not there, or they are not compatible, because in marriage there has to be that compatibility. I like you, I love the way you do things, we are gelling together, because challenges will come. And when the rubber is going to meet the road, is when now you're going to know if you can hold it or not.
Yes.
I've told you we've been together for 15 years.
Right.
And I can tell you for those 15 years, sometimes I will sit down and say, now you promise that you want woman.
Ah, kuna.
No, you are the one who said that. Mimi sikusema kuna, nilisema ni yeye lakini.
Na nilisema na kwa makusudi. Usitoke hapa ulale juu ya mti.
Yeah, I tell you. So that's where the rubber meets the road.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's the place where you come to a point where you understand that I've married this lady and we are together for the good reason. And I remember when we got married, she told me there were many challenges in our dating and marriage, and but she told me those guys will not marry me. You're the one that I love, and I'm here to stay. And she normally tells me something that no matter what happens in this house, I will never pack my things
And go.
and leave that and step out of that door. She's never done that. Because she normally say, there is no one who is supposed to fill this gap or to do this house.
Why do you do that? I mean, women leave. They think I me hapa haiwezi.
Yeah, you can leave, but I always look at, you see, when a woman walks out, there is a lot that stops. So when you come back, you're not coming back to continue from where you left. You're coming back now to start all over again.
Right.
And if your marriage, actually, it's a long-term thing. It's not something you try. So if you've decided to get married, for whichever reason, you decide and you stick in that marriage and don't get out.
And Teresa, you're not excusing the ills that happen in marriage. We need to clarify that. Because as a counselor, I'm sure there are levels where you tell someone this is dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please go find refuge elsewhere.
Yes.
Of course, you're not excusing that.
No, I'm not. When there is violence, actually, violence, you cannot stay in a violent marriage. You need at least some space to get out so that you can talk about it and maybe come
and
back.
engage.
But the things that are just normal, socks, salt, mingi kwa chakula, you know,
Alikuambia word ukasema huyu sasa
and some disagreements that are always there.
Yeah.
Maybe you put on this dress, he wanted this, you know, and maybe even the children, when disciplining, maybe because of some issue, one of you will feel the discipline you've given this child
too harsh.
is too harsh than what he has done. So those disagreements are there. But now when it comes to violence,
It's different
that
story.
is different.
All right.
Yes.
Willie,
Yes.
just to add on what Pastor Anthony said, what are those reasons that take you into marriage the right way?
Taking into marriage the right way. Number one, I want to say there must be love. Because there's no way you will come to get married to someone that you don't love. And that's why it is hard for what Teresa was saying, that you find this guy ametafutiwa na wazazi. And so the person who is coming your way, there's no connection.
Right.
You see, there are 7 things I talk about when I'm talking to young people, things they need to consider while they are looking for a life partner. And I call them the 7 C's. And the first one is Christ. Christ is the number 1. And so, because this marriage must be centered, or the center stage of this marriage must be Christ. And so if you are a Christian and you're looking for a life partner, you don't go searching for other people out there. It has to be Christ. And the second one is chemistry. This is not your sister you are married. My friend,
There has to be something
the
happening.
Bible talks about becoming one flesh.
Yes.
Becoming one flesh, it is not by talking. There is some exercise that has to take place. So chemistry.
Attraction, yeah?
Yes. So if there is no chemistry, go running Run for your life. I mean, we don't want you to get married and then after
A few days, I think.
few days of yai manze hapa
Hakuna
hapa
kitu.
kimeumana hakuna. So chemistry very important. And number 3 is compatibility. Are you compatible? You see, we are not coming together for competition. We are coming to complete me. Are you compatible? And the 4th one is character. How is this person's character? Are you okay with her character? Are you okay with his character? And the next one is communication. And communication, I call it the backbone of any relationship. There is no relationship under the sun that can be able to thrive without proper communication.
Right.
And so you must study the art of communication. Because if you fail here, then you are doomed.
Yeah.
Communication, I mean, you're not marrying an angel.
A human being.
Huyu jamaa ukichukua kisu ukate hapa
Damu.
utatoka maji ya red. Inaitwa damu. That is to say, this is a human being.
Yeah.
Huyu ni mwanadamu. And so you must communicate. I mean, if there is something that is not right, speak it out. Do not start thinking that ati unafikiria atafikiria.
Yeah.
Yeye si malaika.
That's right.
Speak it out. By the way you have done this and that, I'm not happy. And then this person will start, oh, I'm very sorry. Because if you don't speak, he'll do it tomorrow. She'll do it tomorrow.
Right.
And then you come to a point and start saying, huyu jamaa amenizoea. But he's not aware. And so communication is
Very,
very,
very
very
important. Right.
Yes.
Just as we head towards the end, bring this home. As we talk about the purpose in marriage, there are principles that are very, very key in, of course, building it, but also sustaining it. And we can just mention some of the principles as we get to share, so that at the end of it, we have a marriage that works, is moving, it's well greased and headed towards a lovely destination. I think we can start with you, Percy.
Yeah, I think I will just mention 2 as I give the rest. Number 1, I'll start by forgiveness. It's very important. I like what Willie has said. You've married a human being, somebody who's coming with their own characters. You know, they have been brought up differently. They have come from different setups, tribes. Even we have the tribal thing, like me, I'm a Luya, she's a Kikuyu.
Right.
And you know, there are those cultures. There's
Yeah.
somebody who was telling me yesterday, akioa mke, yeye hawezi enda kupika. Yeye ni kutoka hiyo tribe yao haendangi jikoni.
Kanyagangi jikoni.
Hawakanyagangi
Hata yako
jikoni.
hiyo.
And I know they're watching, they know. Hata hii yangu, yeah. But, you know, there must be that agreement. Forgiveness is very important.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you that we will see things differently and we will step on each other.
Right.
Forgiveness is very important. And as men, we have to learn to say sorry.
Sorry.
We have to.
And
We
mean
have
it.
to.
Not
And
just,
mean it, yeah.
yeah.
And not just from the lips, mean it. Because the moment you say sorry, you have submitted yourself. Because the scripture says, love your wife,
Yes.
you love who you are, and then the woman submit.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, Mr. Ndiema, whatever you give your wife is what she's going to give you back.
Yes.
You know, we normally say she has that incubator.
Yeah.
Give her stress.
Aye.
She will
Packages it.
cook it, package
Hey,
it,
cook
and she's going to give you
Proper.
properly. So number 1, I would say forgiveness is very important. Number 2, what really I said, communication. Me, I'll just mention those 2
Yeah.
so that I can give the rest.
That's
Communication.
right.
It's very important for you to talk.
That's right.
Sometimes I come to in the house and I know things are not really rosy, but najikaza. Najikaza, naanza tu kuanzia mbali. Ndio tunaanzianga mbali, we throw the stone from far. Naona naangalia muda. But eventually I talk, because a time comes when you have to talk.
Yeah.
Communication is very important because you speak it out. You easen up
Yeah.
that pressure that you had. And it's very important when you talk, you will discover that even probably the thing that you thought is so big, it was a small thing.
Yeah.
So I will just mention the 2.
All right.
Forgiveness and communication.
Beautiful principles. They say, and as we have, let me call it an agreement, that the person who says sorry first is the maturer one. So we utaki kuwa ndio the less mature.
And I can tell you, the one who says first
Yes,
is the one who's brave.
it's brave, yes. But it also has to come from a point of conviction.
Yes, conviction.
Let it not just be,
Just lip service.
service.
That's true.
Yes, Teresa.
I would say prayer. Prayer is fundamental for every marriage, because without prayers, you cannot succeed. So, and not praying alone, and it's praying together. The husband and the children, you just hold hands and you pray together. It's very fundamental. And also I would say agreement. Even after everybody sees things in their different ways. And a lady's perspective differs from the man's perspective in most of the things in marriage. A lady will see things differently. And so even after disagreement, don't leave it there. Come to an agreement that yes, this can be better, this can be, just come to an agreement.
Right.
Don't leave it at disagreement. So I'll say prayer and agreement, and also understanding each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
Yes, Willie.
It seems like they are saying 2-2, so I'll also say 2.
Yeah, that's
All
the
right.
pace we set.
You're a pace setter.
Yeah,
that
a
one.
pace setter.
Yeah.
The first one, I want to talk about understanding your spouse. And when I talk about understanding your spouse, it starts from personality to character to how they behave,
Yes.
to how they talk, to how they jump. Understanding your spouse.
Yeah.
Because when you don't understand your spouse, at times you may feel like you got into the wrong hands.
Yes. And you got a road deal.
Yes, this is whereby you're married to a sanguine, you have never understood him, and so he goes to every place. He's jumping,
It's the life of the party.
making noise, party after party,
Yes.
and you feel like
And then
the guy got married to
yeah.
mtu hajielewi.
Eh.
But that is his or her personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if that person doesn't behave that way,
They are not.
then you're making him or her not to live his or her life.
That's true.
And so you'll find when you don't understand your spouse, you'll make him or her live what I call shadow life. They stop living their life. Because I don't want to hurt my wife, so I am a
Mtatulia.
sanguine, I will try not to jump.
You are
I will
dying
try not
inside.
to- So unaenda pale unakufa na watu wanaongea unasikia I want to say something.
Yeah,
But your
you
wife
can't.
is there anakuangalia zile wewe. And
Big
so
man
we
now.
must understand
That's true.
our spouses.
Right.
And number 2, understanding your responsibilities. Because when you, and many marriages today, they are going down because people don't understand their responsibilities.
Yeah.
And biblically, as a woman has got her responsibilities. Biblically, the responsibility number 1 for a woman is respect. Submit.
Right.
Respect this man. Whether he has money, whether he's a drunkard, whether he's what, respect this man. I'm telling you the truth. The moment you respect this man, your marriage will go far. I am talking about biblical responsibilities. And for a man, the first responsibility you have is loving your wife. When you love that woman, you can be sure that woman will do anything for you.
Right.
So understanding your spouse and understanding your responsibilities.
I like it. I love it. It's a cycle.
Yes.
The more I love you, the more you submit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
The
true.
more she submits, the more I love.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, God just told the man love.
Yes, that's it.
That's the magical word, love.
Wow. We need to bring this home. Very healthy conversation indeed. And we'll start with Teresa, even as you do your parting shots. The purpose of marriage is very, very peculiar, but also very, very important
Yeah.
in any relationship, marriage relationship. I want you to speak to the woman and just speak life into their marriage and encourage them, and also challenge them why they need to go this direction. And you can
Yes, that one.
Yes.
Okay. The purpose of marriage, as I said, does not change. And the purpose of marriage, many women, we get into marriage because of security, of a sense of belonging, that you belong to somebody. And so I would encourage a woman out there, the marriage works, and even if you're having some difficulties and some disagreements in your marriage, just know that it works and just look for help and pray. Ask God, let God be the center of your marriage. Just pray, marriage will work, and stand and fight. Fight for your marriage. Nowadays, women, we don't fight for our marriage. When some disagreements come on, we just give up. Don't throw the blanket. That marriage will work. That man can change.
Wow.
And that marriage also can change, and you will be happy in your marriage. Just believe in your marriage, believe in your husband, believe in your wife, and stand and pray.
Right.
Yes.
I like that. You know, contemporaryism has taught us that this marriage thing, wachana nae. But we fight at work when people want to bring you down, you fight.
Yeah.
So why can't you fight for it?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need to.
it's also under attack.
Yes.
Fight for it
Yes.
True.
until it works. Mchungaji, for you it's to the men of God. Men of God.
The men of God, the emojis.
Emojis.
Hallelujah. And
Pale
the
pia kuna
WOGs.
mambo, eh?
Kuna maneno.
WOGs, yes.
Kwanza hapo ndio kuna maneno, because we live this kind of a life that we pretend.
Yes, it's
And,
all good.
And we preach out there, lakini tunahubiri, tuna avoid kuangalia upande wa mke.
Unajua.
Tunajua kule hiyo macho.
Eh.
I'll just say this, and bottom line, this is what I would tell every man. And which camera am I using? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I will tell every man, just be a friend to your wife. Every other thing is going to flow. I normally tell people, just be a friend. When you're a friend, every other thing is going to flow. So find it in your heart to be a friend. A friend is somebody who, when she gets in the house, you're happy that she's there. When she calls you, you're happy that she's called you. When you are traveling or you're far away, you text. When you're a friend to your spouse, I'm telling you, everything is going to work. All other things are going to flow. And I will just tell you, from today, find it in your heart. Just be a friend to that woman.
You know, now I understand why simple is beautiful.
Yes.
That is so simple.
Simplicity.
But it is everything.
Yes.
Be a friend.
Just be a friend.
And a friend will reach out when someone calls me and tells me I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
As a friend, I will want to sort them out.
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Percy.
Thank you.
Yes, Willis, the sanguine.
Yes, the sanguine one, Kinyashia. I'll end by saying this. Marriage works, but marriage is work. So for that marriage to work, you must work for it. Marriage is work that was done in heaven, but it is happening here on earth. So if your marriage is not working, try to work harder, and it will work.
Right.
And I pose a challenge. Have you yet known the purpose of your marriage?
Wow.
If you know the purpose of your marriage, I can assure you, your marriage will stand. God bless you and God bless your marriage.
Wow, very powerful. Thank you so much, Willie. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Pastor Anthony, for sharing very powerful thoughts.
Thank you.
Lots of challenges right there. What is the purpose of your marriage, you know? Is your wife, is your spouse, your friend? Are you fighting for your marriage, or you just release it when there are challenges, all right? And very important what Willie also said, it actually works. So work, put in the work. It will stand the test of, you know, all the storms of life. So thank you very much for joining us. It's been great having you. And we pray that God will keep building your marriage, that we will get to a point where our children will look at the marriages and say, yes, this is working. And they will believe that theirs will also work. Barakatele, have a great Sunday afternoon. We meet again next Sunday as we discuss another topical hot conversation right here on Sunday Best. God God bless you.
Enjoy the 4-star experience at 4 Points by Sheraton in Hurlingham. They offer the ultimate Kenyan experience, hospitality and comfort. Get to experience authentic flavors and a variety of international cuisines offered at Pablo's and Mez restaurants. They have a state-of-the-art conference facility and a total of 96 guest rooms and suites that have everything you need for a great stay. The rooms are equipped with wireless high-speed internet access, a productive working space with a large desk and a comfortable chair, signature comfort bed, and a 49-inch flat screen with satellite television for a great rest and entertainment. All rooms feature a minibar and gourmet coffee maker where you can enjoy a drink and admire picturesque city views through double pane and soundproof windows. With sweeping views of the Nairobi skyline, swim in the heated rooftop pool or get to enjoy a drink at Level 8 Lounge and Bar, the perfect place to relax after work. 4 Points by Sheraton, the ultimate 4-star experience.